Listen, there's so many questions. There's so many things that you wrote in your statement on Facebook. But I'm curious about why all this happened. Why did you? What was the thing with the contract? Did you have the contract with them, or was it just the gentleman's agreement?
No, it's one guy, the guy with the W start on the name, the Polish guy, which he
Rysiewski, yes.
Yeah, this guy contacted me maybe 2 months ago. I don't remember exactly, 1.5 months ago. They said to me if I want to fight. Yeah, after they said, what's the offer? They told me on the email it's going to be 2,000 to fight and 1,000 if I win. I said, okay, no problem. They asked me to do all the medical tests, pictures, everything, which I've done. I think probably 2 weeks ago or more than 2 weeks, because I've spoke with my teammates. They say, yeah, it's okay, no problem, you're going to fight. I'll start training properly for this because I wish to fight. But I send them a message so many times asking about what exactly. I didn't understand some point of the medical. They never come back to me. Mm-hmm. I asked, okay, my team is asking payment 14 days prior to the fight. Why? Because I'm in London. I live here 22 years. Everybody knows me, okay? I never turned in back one fight or something like this. But I was not desperate for money because I've got money. I have my own business in UK. But my point was, if after 10 days, nobody answered my questions, mm-hmm. I said, hold on. I don't know what's happened. Mm-hmm. So
this is the lack of trust for organization?
In my opinion, yes. I know KSW is a big organization, but this will make no difference for me. This is not going to be, I'm a small guy. Mm-hmm. You know, I can say I'm in my area, I'm big as well, but this will make no difference. But the problem is, if it's a big organization, they should have someone to respond to the question, at least with the fighters. Mm-hmm. Because this one was not a problem, but thinking, if my question was a little bit urgent, how I'm going to correspond after 10 days if they're never going to come back to me?
How many times did you contact them about it, about your issue?
I sent 6 messages in 10 days.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of messages.
And in one day, is a lady who discussing with me on the email about the equipment, the T-shirts and the trousers, which I have to fight. Mm-hmm. And because of the lack of response, I tried to contact that lady saying, if I don't have an answer today, I'm going to cancel the fight because I don't know what's happened. Why should I train? I paid a lot of money for the medical test, everything. So if there's lack of response, what's trusting? And I received an email saying you will be paid 14 days via bank transfer after the fight. Mm-hmm. I said, hold on, it's not fair because you didn't answer me 10 days. And now you said you want to pay me 14 days after the fight, mm-hmm. which is not fair because you're based in Poland. Doesn't matter if you're a big or small organization. For me, it will make no difference. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing this for money. If you check my background, I donate a lot of money to the people in UK, charity in Romania, everywhere. So I'm not doing this for this is small amount for me, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But if you don't want a correspondent with me, why should I do it with you?
Yeah.
You know, this was my point. And they said to me, we're going to pay you 14 days after the fight via bank transfer. I said, you didn't ask me even for my bank details, never. Mm-hmm. So how are you going to make a payment if you haven't got my details? Mm-hmm. I have no contract with you. So it's not about the money, it's the principles.
I understand. Did you ask for whole money paid up in front or just the part of the money?
We didn't discuss about part or whole, but even if it was part, at least it was a little bit trustable. Mm-hmm. Maybe you didn't understand. It's not about the money. It's about the way how they, 10 days you didn't turn up because they saw the messages. I've sent an email. I've sent on the messenger as well. In your messenger, you can see when someone see the messages.
Yeah.
And they see the messages and they didn't say nothing. I didn't put on Facebook, but I can put all this conversation. Mm-hmm. And when they saw I don't want to fight, they said, maybe we can do something. Maybe we can pay you cash off the fight. I said, listen, you are not in position to give me options. I respect KSW, I respect Polish people, and all the fighters as well. But this has nothing to do with the fight. It's the way how we treat and the way how I treat you. This is mean if I offer you respect, you have to offer me back the same thing. It's not about the fighters and everything, no. And I'm very sorry about Akop. I wish to fight with him. It looks good. He was a good opponent for me. I have no problem fighting with him. But on this situation, no.
You also mentioned you asked Akop's team to give you his weight.
Yes.
And I talked to him. Let me finish this. And yes. I talked to him, and he said, yes, you contact him. He saw your message after a few days, because obviously you are not friends on Facebook, so your message was in the others' messages. And he said you told him about your weight, which was in kilos 88, and that's a surprising part, because this fight was 93 kilo, like a light heavyweight,
I
right?
never agreed 93. Light heavyweight is 88 to 90 kilogram maximum. This is the light heavyweight. And they never ask me about kilograms. And when these people contact me, they took my profile, I think, from Topology. In Topology, you can see my weight is 88, light heavyweight. And I said to them, I'm light heavyweight. But the problem is, I can fight maybe up to 93. I have no problem. But I was asking even the guy who contacted me initially, the promoter, if you want, I can send you the conversation or this WhatsApp number. What is the Akop kilograms? They never come back to me with an answer as well.
But what did they tell you? Like the first day they discussed the contract, the fight with Akopem Szostakiem, did they tell you you will fight? They want you to fight in light heavyweight, like 93 kilos.
No. They never ask me. If they invite me, they knew it on Topology. I always fight light heavyweight. So this is mean Akop, he has to come to my category if the KSW invite me on my category to fight. But when I look on Topology on Akop, it says there is 107 kilograms.
Yes.
So at least I was basically, what do I ask? To make sure at least to have an idea what kind of kilogram we will fight. Maybe I can put 2-3, maybe I can lose 2-3. I will need to know. But this person never came back to me with an answer. I'm going to send you on WhatsApp now, after we talk now, the screenshot. So on the end of the day, how do I know what category I will fight? How do I know when I'm going to be paid? Nothing.
I mean, that's... that's very surprising, because KSW seem to be very professional, and things like weight category things. I would say this is a priority thing to discuss. So I'm pretty.
I believe you, but why they didn't ask me? They can ask me for my official Facebook page, which I have another one. They can write everything there, and everybody can see. Second one, they can ask for my address in London. I have nothing to hide, and they can send me a contract and all details and everything. I was fighting in different places as well. Even if in London, when I fight, and I'm Londoners, everybody, all the competition, they're going to send me in the post. Next fight, let's say you are booked for USMA 56, this is category, this is the medical test, this is the blah, 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 everything. But KSW contacted me 2 months ago, and they asked me if I want to fight against this Akop on my category. I said, I have no problem fighting no one in my category, as long as no a huge difference. So I start preparing. I was in camp training one time. So I start preparing everything. So before the fight, I will start asking normal question. What is the Akop kilogram? Did he manage to come to my category? And when I'm going to be paid? This is it. I was asking just for like normal rules. Not because I was desperate. Money is nothing. But as long as the KSW never come back to me.
I see.
What should I do?
Okay, so are you somehow disappointed, because as you mentioned, you spend money, you spend your strength for trainings, and this was a interesting fight,
Correct. The problem which I've got is not about the money. The problem which I've got is I spend a lot of time training, and my last fight, when I fight on USMA on September now, I tried to finish quick just to do not get injured on this fight, because usually I like to fight properly. But now I tried to finish on the ground, if you can see, just to make sure I will not be injured on for KSW.
Yeah,
So
guillotine
I
choke.
trained a lot. I prepared a lot. Yeah. So I've done all the medical. I was always responded back because they sent them an email for the equipment, for the test medicals. I replied straight away, maximum 1 hour. Maybe I was busy. But when I saw the other side, it doesn't come to me after 10 days, I said, no, I don't want to deal like this. Doesn't matter how big is KSW or not, but it's about the principles.
I understand.
I don't say I don't respect. I respect KSW. Maybe the other people, they're all good fighters. I like them. In the area where I live, there's a lot of poly people. They're all nice. But I don't like when someone treat me like this. I'm sorry, but this is my opinion.
But I don't understand one part. When you mentioned you didn't when you mentioned in your Facebook you don't have you don't have a signed contract with them. Did you ask them to give you one, to send you one, just to make sure?
They're supposed to send me. I don't have to ask.
Of course.
They're supposed. I don't have to ask for that. If I'm going to invite you now for something in my country here, I have to make sure I do the right everything. You to be in the right position and to know everything about what happened.
I understand your point.
The guy said when contact me, he said I'm the I'm the guy who matched the fights. So I was thinking it's just the guy who put me between me and Akop, or he managed the fights. I was thinking maybe someone else has to send me, because if it's a big competition or big organization, like how they saying, they should manage this properly. You can't just invite someone to fight under the messenger and just leave it like this. And 10 days prior to the fight or 2 weeks, you expect why the guy is cancelled. Because there's no contract signed between. I have no problem receiving money after 14 days. I don't have problem. But at least was no any warranty, no nothing. And I have my own team as well. I can't take decision myself. I have in state with them. I have with one guy, which is champion as well, Adam Preda, who have a big academy in London, me and him. We have a lot of people training kids. So I can't take decision myself. That's why I write on Messenger 2 weeks ago to that guy, my team, this is my requirement. Tell me the Akop weight, because at least I need to know, understand exactly which category I will fight. It says light heavyweight on topology. But the fight was confirmed on topology 2 weeks ago. And I see there 93 kilogram, but in state I saw Akop 107. So I said, when this guy will come back will come down 14 kilograms in 2 weeks. That's why I was a little bit worried. And I said to them, please give me his kilogram. I don't want to cancel the fight on 6 October. Maybe he will not pass the weight. I need to make sure what's happened. But because of the lack of response and very late, I can't manage to put one question today and receive an answer after 10 days. Don't get me wrong. I've tried to call on the, on the website is a phone number for Varsovia or Krakow. You have to call them. I called twice in one morning. It doesn't ring. I don't know what's happened. I tried to contact them. And at some point, he responded, the lady in Polish. He doesn't manage to speak English. So that's why I would try to write again on Messenger. Anyway, for me, I would like to fight, but now it's too late.
I see. I mean, why is it too late? Like you're training. I mean, too late because you said it's canceled, right?
Because we decide, all my team, we discuss and we decide cancel. This is it.
I see. It's about principles, yeah.
Correct. It's not about, I can't do this, how I'm going to look in the front of my fans. I said, everyone, we will fight. People bought tickets online here. And after is no response. What about me?
I see. That's a shame. That's a shame.
It's a shame.
It won't happen. So I wish you all the best. At the end, is there any plan you want to use your preparation for maybe different fight somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm invited to fight in RFX competition in Romania in December, and and one more in Croatia next month. But I'm gonna see what I can do. Anyway, I wish all the best to all the fighters from KSW, and this is it. Good luck to everyone.